based on your training, do you tend to drill a lot, like repeat like kind of same movement over and over again, or do you have a different approach to increase the quality of your movement the way you do?
Mm. Well, I will say that I do both, but for me, the most important is the music. So, for example, I really take a lot of time to just put a music, and for example, I can put one music in repeat for 10, 20 times, 30 times, and I just try to see how many ways I can dance on the same beat or the same music, and this is how I used to practice. Of course, I do a lot of drills also to repeat my moves, but it's also more about the music. So I will take, for example, a way to dance, and I will put different music, and I will see how it feels and how it looks on different beats, because the energy is not the same. So this is something I used to do. It's a lot about the music.
Okay, so just to reiterate, I pinpoint two approach from what you said. First, you can take one music, you play it maybe 10 to 20 times, and then you dance on it, and you try to dance different ways in this one music. And then the other way, you pick one principle of moving, and then you try to adapt it to different music.
Yes.
Okay, I see. All right then. So now, can you give me a bit more details on your training process at the moment compared to before? Is it different?
Yeah, it's for sure it's different. Now I don't. Let's say that before I had to learn much more than now. I'm still learning, of course, but I had to learn how to actually use my body, the position, and discover my body. So let's say that the practice that I used to do, for example, I don't know, 10 years ago, was a lot about discovering my body, the capacity, what can I do, what is my flexibility, and all of this. But today, for example, I still do that, but less. And today I'm more practicing about, as I said, the music than movement. Because back in the days, I was practicing more with the moves. Like I was looking on movement, which movement can I do, which one do I like, etc. Today it's more about which music and what kind of music, which movement am I gonna use because of the music. So I follow more the music than my mind and thinking like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm more into, okay, the music gives me the feeling to dance this way, etc., etc. And I think as a dancer, you need to have a lot of different ways. But I think these two ways you need to really pay attention, because they are not the same. If you practice movement, it's movement. If you practice movement from the music, for me, it's something else. If you follow the music or if you don't, it's two different things. Because if you don't, for example, you do not put any music, you can practice movement. Without music, you just practice movement. But if you focus on the music, you need to be kind of open mind, and you need to also just be open to receive what the music gives you. So, for example, like a snare, it's not the same on different music. Maybe it can be really soft, maybe it can be really hard. So the movement that you're going to use are not going to be the same because of the snare or because of the kick, etc., etc. So this is something that today I used to pay attention more. It's the music. How is the music actually? If the snare is strong, which movement am I going to do? if the snare is soft, if the BPM is fast, if there is a lot of hi-hat, the lyrics, etc., etc. And this is something you always dance on the music, but 10 years ago I wasn't thinking that much about the music like deeply. The music makes me dance always, but 10 years ago I was more discovering my body, which movement do I like, etc., etc.